Welcome back to the Daily Spark Radio. I'm Ryan, and I'm holding a very tiny, very shiny piece of plastic.
And I'm Mia, and I'm holding a very heavy jar of copper coins.
That sound is actually kind of nostalgic, isn't it? It reminds me of being 10 years old.
It really does. It sounds like real money. But today, we are debating exactly that. The old school versus the new school.
Right. Today we're debating cash versus digital payment. How should we pay for our lives?
This is a huge topic for anyone living in a new country. You stand at the register, and suddenly you panic.
Exactly. Do I count out coins? Do I tap my phone? What if the machine rejects my card?
It can feel really scary. You feel like you're holding up the line and everyone is watching you.
We know that feeling. It's stressful. But don't worry, we'll keep it simple today.
We promise we'll give you the vocabulary to discuss money habits confidently, without getting confused.
By the end of this 20 minutes, you won't just know the words. You'll feel ready to walk into any shop and pay however you want.
So, let's get right into it. The way we handle money has changed completely in just the last 10 years.
It really has. I mean, do you remember the wallet panic? You leave the house, tap your pocket, and realize nothing is there.
Ah, the worst feeling. You used to be totally stuck. You used to have no lunch, no bus ticket, nothing. You just had to go home.
Exactly. But now, you can walk out with just a watch on your wrist or a phone in your hand. You are walking around with your whole bank account.
It is amazing. I bought a 3-course dinner last night, and I didn't even touch a plastic card. I just waved my wrist near the machine.
It is like magic, sure, but doesn't it feel a little strange? It changes how we feel about spending. It makes it almost too easy.
That brings us to our big question for the listeners today.
Have you ever tapped your card to pay for a coffee and realized you actually have no idea how much money is left?
Oh, absolutely. That is a universal fear. The machine beeps, you hold your breath, and you just hope it says approved and not declined.
It's stressful, but when you pay with cash, you have total control. You look in your wallet.
Right.
You see a $20 bill, you can spend $20. When the wallet is empty, the party is over. It keeps you honest.
True, but cash is also messy.
Oh,
I hate carrying heavy coins. They fall out of my pocket in the car, or I wash my jeans and ruin the paper money.
fair point, but digital money feels invisible.
Right.
It's like air. You can't hold it, so you don't feel the pain of spending it.
That is the core of our debate. Is money better when it's invisible, fast, and lives in the cloud?
Or is it better when it's physical, real, and tangible? I have some very strong feelings about this one.
I can tell. Well, I'm taking the side of the future. I say digital all the way.
And I'm sticking with tradition. Cash is king. Let's see who wins this argument.
All right, let me start with the obvious one. Speed.
Okay, speed is nice. Nobody likes waiting.
Exactly. Picture this. You're at the grocery store, it's 6 p.m., everyone is tired.
The worst time to shop. The lines are huge.
Right. And the person in front of you pulls out a handful of coins.
Mm-hmm.
They start counting pennies. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that is painful. I admit it.
With digital paying, it's 1 second. Beep. Done. You're out the door.
But is speed everything? Sometimes slowing down is good.
Not when I'm hungry. Plus, think about organization. My banking app does all the work for me.
What do you mean?
I buy a coffee, and the app automatically puts it in the food category. I don't have to write anything down.
That is handy. I usually lose my receipts in the bottom of my bag.
Exactly. Digital creates a perfect history. Cash leaves no trace, which sounds romantic, but it's actually just chaotic.
Okay, my turn. You talk about history, but I want to talk about reality.
Go for it. Reality is my favorite place.
When you pay with a card, it doesn't hurt. Psychologists actually call this the pain of paying.
The pain of paying? That sounds terrible. Why would I want that?
Because pain protects you. If spending money feels too easy, you spend too much.
I see your point. It's like eating candy without feeling full.
Exactly. Last month, I went out for dinner. I just kept tapping my card. Tap, tap, tap.
And the bill the next morning?
A disaster. If I had cash, I would have stopped. I would have seen my wallet getting empty.
So cash is like a physical stop sign.
Yes, and it's private. When I buy a gift for my sister with cash, no algorithm knows about it.
That is true. The internet knows a little too much about my shopping habits.
Cash beats freedom, Ryan. It's just you and the seller. No banks, no apps, no batteries.
Okay, you make a strong point about privacy, Mia. But I have a confession to make.
Oh, is the digital champion admitting defeat already?
Not defeat, just weakness. Last Saturday, I went to that massive food truck festival downtown.
I love that place. The spicy tacos are amazing.
They are. And so was the gelato.
Interesting.
And the craft soda. I was just tapping my watch to pay.
Interesting.
Beep, beep,
I see.
beep. It was incredibly convenient.
I can hear the regret creeping into your voice.
It was too easy. I didn't look at my balance once. I completely lose track of how much I was buying.
Ah, there it is. The invisible spending trap.
Seriously. I thought maybe I spent $30. I checked my app the next morning, almost $100.
Ryan, $100 on snacks? That is dangerous.
I know. When you swipe or tap, you don't feel the pain. You lose track of the numbers because they're not real items in your hand.
It's a foggy feeling, isn't it? Like driving a car with a broken speedometer.
Exactly. You think you're going slow, but you're actually racing.
And it's not just big meals. It's the little things. A coffee here, a digital game there.
$1 for extra cheese. It seems harmless.
Right. Individually, they are tiny, but it adds up.
That phrase scares me now. It adds up.
It should. Listeners, have you ever looked at your credit card statement and thought, wait, I didn't buy anything expensive, but the total is huge? You've been there, right?
It feels like a surprise attack on my wallet.
A math attack. It adds up, feels like a pile of snow. One snowflake is light, but a million snowflakes and crush your roof.
My roof is definitely crushed. So, if I want to stick to a budget, what do? Throw away my phone?
No, Drama King. You just need a hard limit.
A hard limit. That sounds intense, like a concrete wall.
It is. Cash creates a hard limit. If you bring $40 to the market, you physically cannot spend $41.
Unless I wash dishes for the extra taco.
Exactly. But with a card, the limit is invisible. It's too soft.
So the card requires willpower, but cash provides the discipline for you.
Yes, you don't have to mentally track every penny. The empty wallet is the signal. It stops you cold.
I hate to admit it, but that sounds peaceful. No math in my head.
It is. So here's a practical tip for everyone listening. Use it tomorrow. On your next night out, leave the cards at home.
Take only the cash you want to spend.
Give yourself a hard limit. See how much money and worry you save.
That hard limit idea sounds smart, but honestly, leaving my cards at home actually makes me sweat.
Why? It's just paper and metal. You afraid of paper?
I'm afraid of gravity. If I drop a $50 bill, it's gone forever. It has no GPS. That is zero security.
Okay, fair point. Cash is slippery. Once it falls, it belongs to the sidewalk.
Exactly. But with a card, if I lose my wallet, I have a superpower. I can cancel the card.
You say that like you're launching a rocket. Cancel the card.
It feels that powerful. It's not just a phone call. It's an emergency brake. You pull it, and the danger stops instantly.
I see the appeal, but digital money has invisible enemies, hackers, phishing scams.
Those are rare, though.
Are they? My cousin clicked one bad link and his vacation fund vanished. Poof.
Ouch. Okay, that is terrifying.
Cash cannot be hacked, Ryan. Nobody can delete my coins from a server in another country.
On the other hand, nobody can physically mug a server.
Wait, you're just flipping the argument around.
That is exactly what on the other hand does. It's a pivot. You hold one scary fact here, then you flip your hand to show a different scary fact.
Well, I prefer peace of mind, true peace.
I have that. I can track every single penny on my app. That's comforting.
No. Tracking is active work. Peace of mind is a feeling.
Oh,
It's a warm blanket. It's knowing you're safe without doing anything.
I think we just define safety differently. For me, safety is control. It's convenient to have that undo button.
And for me, safety is simplicity. No passwords to steal.
Think about that for a second. Do you want the power to fix a mistake or the freedom from making one?
That's actually a really hard question. I'll take the freedom.
I'll take the power, which brings us to our tip.
Use it tomorrow. If you rely on cards, go into your app and turn on instant transaction alerts.
Yes, get a notification the second money moves. It gives you that control we talked about.
Alerts are fantastic, Ryan, but they depend on one tiny fragile thing, electricity.
Oh, come on. My phone battery is legendary. It lasts all day.
Not your battery, the store's connection. What happens when the internet signal disappears?
Well, honestly, I just trust the system. I rely on digital networks for everything.
Wait, you rely at them? Ryan, you're leaning on the wrong preposition.
Did I say at? Oops. I meant to rely on. I rely on them.
Much better. To rely on something feels like leaning your full body weight against a wall. You trust it to hold you up.
And if that digital wall vanishes, I fall flat on my face. Okay, I see your point.
Exactly. Last Tuesday, I was at a coffee shop.
No way.
Very convenient, very quick. Until I saw the sign on the register.
Let me guess. 3 words, red letters.
Yup, out of order. The machine was totally dead.
Out of order. That phrase feels like a door slamming in your face. No entry, no service.
It really does. It stops you cold. The guy in front of me had no cash. He had to leave his latte on the counter.
That is tragic. A wasted latte. So because you had cash, you were safe.
I was. It was my backup plan. I always keep a 20 in a hidden pocket.
A backup plan. That feels like carrying an umbrella when the sky is blue. It's just smart preparation.
Exactly. It's real security, not against hackers, but against bad luck. Without a backup plan, you're stuck.
Okay, let's put our listeners in that coffee shop. You drink the coffee.
Oh.
The machine breaks. You have no cash. What do you say to the waiter?
Oh, that is a nightmare scenario. I would probably offer to wash the dishes.
It would definitely ruin my budget if I had to pay a fine. Okay, you win this round. Technology isn't perfect.
So, here's our use it tomorrow tip. Create a physical backup plan.
I see.
Take one banknote and hide it between your phone and your phone case.
Got it.
Forget it exists until you need it.
That hidden banknote is a clever trick, but it reminds me of the exact opposite problem with apps. My paper money sits quietly, but my digital money?
Let me guess, it likes to run away?
Worse. It disappears invisibly. Have you ever looked at your bank statement and asked, wait, why am I paying $4.99 every single month?
Oh, the mystery subscription. That is what we call hidden costs.
Right. It's not just the price tag. It's the service fee, the delivery fee, the convenience fee.
When you say hidden costs, it feels sneaky, like finding a leak in a boat. You don't see it until your feet are wet.
Exactly. It makes it so hard to track where your money actually goes. You buy a $10 burger, but the app charges you $18.
Ouch. In that moment, you really have to ask yourself, is it worth it?
That's a great phrase for your budget. Is it worth it? It feels heavy. You're stopping to weigh the value against the price.
Digital payments make us forget to ask that. We just double-click and pay. It feels like magic, but the cost is real.
And the worst offender? Free trials. I signed up for a music app 3 years ago. I stopped listening, but I kept paying.
3 years? Ryan, you need to keep an eye on your subscriptions.
I know. Keep an eye on. It feels active.
Oh.
Like a security guard watching a gate. You cannot fall asleep.
Your financial security depends on it. If you don't watch the gate, the money walks out.
Okay, I want to test our listeners' bravery. I dare you to open your banking app right now and find one subscription you forgot about.
Ooh, that's a scary game. I might find that gym membership I never use.
So here's another Use It Tomorrow tip, the monthly audit. Set a calendar reminder for the first day of the month.
Simple. Check your list, find one hidden cost, and kill it. Keep your budget safe.
Wow, we really went back and forth there. But I think we can agree on something.
I think so too. We need both. We can't live 100% in the past or the future.
Right. Use digital for the big stuff. Rent, bills, travel is safer and easier.
But maybe use cash for your fun money. If you're going out for drinks, take cash.
That's a great rule. When the cash runs out, you go home.
Exactly. It keeps you honest.
So the golden rule is use the method that helps you sleep at night.
I love that. If tracking apps stress you out, don't use them. If carrying cash scares you, don't do it. All right, friends. Let's slow down and look at the words we just used. Sometimes we use them without thinking, but they have special feelings.
Exactly. Let's start with the first one. Convenient. You heard me say that paying with the phone is convenient.
Convenient is a lovely word. It doesn't just mean easy. It means something fits perfectly into your life. It causes zero stress.
Really? Walking 5 miles for water, not convenient. Turning a tap in your kitchen, very convenient. It saves you time and effort.
Use it tomorrow. Next time you order food delivery because it is raining outside, say to yourself, I love this app. It is so convenient.
Great example. Now, let's talk about the scary word, budget. We talked about having a budget for snacks.
People think a budget is a punishment, like a diet for your wallet, but it isn't.
No, a budget is just a plan. It is a map. It tells your money where to go so you don't get lost.
Exactly. Because without a budget, you buy small things and it adds up.
Oh,
Suddenly, the money is gone. A budget stops that surprise.
use it tomorrow. Before you go to the supermarket, decide on a number. Say, my budget for dinner is $20. Then try to win the game.
I love making it a game. Okay, next word, track. You said you track your spending on an app.
To track is to follow. Think of a hunter in the snow following footprints. You're watching where something goes, step by step.
You watch where something goes step by step. If you don't track, you are walking blind. That is when you lose track of your money. You forget where it went.
When you order a package online, check the delivery status. Watch the truck move on the map and say, I am tracking my package.
And finally, the big one, security. We debated if cash or digital gives better security.
Security is the feeling of being safe. It is a strong lock on your front door. It is a guard dog.
It protects you from bad things. When you have good security, you have peace of mind. You can sleep at night.
When you put on your seatbelt in the car, think about why. Click it and say, this is for my security. And breathe out. We made it to the end. You survived the great battle of the wallet.
It was a close fight. We hope you feel a little lighter about this heavy topic now. Money can be stressful to talk about, especially in a second language.
Exactly. But remember our promise from the start. You now have the vocabulary to discuss money habits confidently. You can explain why you want security or why you love convenience. You are ready.
You are ready for the real world. So here is your challenge for tomorrow. We want you to break your habit.
Oh, I like this. What do they have to do?
Try paying with the method you usually hate. Totally switch sides for one day.
That is interesting. So if you always tap your phone, try using physical cash for your morning coffee.
Yes, feel the coins, count the paper notes, see if it changes how much you spend.
And if you're like Mia and you only trust cash, be brave. Try the digital way just once. See if it feels faster.
I might try it, maybe. But tell us in the comments, are you team cash or team digital?
And did we change your mind today? Or are you stubborn like Mia?
Hey, I'm not stubborn. I'm just careful. You can't change me, Ryan.
We'll see about that. Anyway, next time, we're going to talk about social disasters.
Oh no, I'm already nervous. What kind of disaster?
Picture this. You meet someone new. You reach out to shake their hand, but they open their arms for a hug.
Stop. The hug shake. The most embarrassing moment in human history.
You freeze. You bump heads. You don't know what to do with your hands. It's awful.
I'm sweating just thinking about it. I can't wait.
This has been the Daily Spark Radio. See you next time.